Welcome to All Things Possible TV. We're excited to have you here. I'm Kris Barney, and this is...
I'm Bill.
Bill Barney, my husband and business partner. We are thrilled to have you with us for this episode. Stock sucks. Free yourself with Bill Barney and the Emotion Code. I am excited to share with you my husband, who he works in 16 different modalities. One of them that he is certified and trained in is the Emotion Code. If you are having pain, if you are out of balance, if you're tired, sluggish, having really emotional blockages, this episode is for you. We are going to have some fun. We're getting raw and real. We are actually doing live emotions from me. So talk about check my junk in my trunk, right?
Absolutely. We don't know what's going to come up or what's going to show.
I have no idea. We're going to get raw and real and have fun. Most of you that have watched us before have fun as we banter back and forth and have a good time. Our life is like that together. We've been together over 30 years and we have fun. So stick around and be here with us in this episode while we show you how to muscle test, how to get the right answers, and how to free yourself of those emotions and that baggage.
Hey, Kris, look, there's a thing coming across the screen right here.
Uh-oh.
It's telling us how they can get some free stuff. You want to tell them why that's there?
You will never make it as Vanna White. Can I just tell you, there's nothing that...
Okay, she's safe.
You can do a lot of things, but you are not Vanna. Sorry. But join us on our website. You can get our free gift to you. It's our 7 traits to create your thriving life. If you haven't gotten this video series yet, you need to get it now, and I hope you're enjoying the entertainment. We love to give you information, and these 7 traits, if you will implement them in your life will never be the same. So go to our website, www.allthingspossible.biz, and join us, join our community, and get your free gift.
Okay, great. We're going to get right into the Emotion Code. And
apparently we're going to get raw and real. Here we go, right?
Yeah, we go. You've got a few minutes to get nervous because I want to explain to them a little bit about what that is.
Yay! I get to get nervous.
And I'm going to explain to them how they get to see junk in her trunk. Okay. So what is the Emotion Code? Several years ago, Dr. Bradley Nelson pioneered this, and all credit to him. He's just an amazing man to pioneer this healing modality. But basically, it has to deal with trapped emotions. And what is a trapped emotion? You've heard of people that are stuffing their emotions. Literally, when we feel something strongly and we don't process it, we don't forgive, release, and replace that with a positive emotion, it ends up being buried and trapped down inside of us. There's a real popular book out, been out for several years, called Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. And that's absolutely true. We have these emotions. People think, oh, I forgot about that years ago. That's okay. I put that behind me. No, if you didn't process it, it's somewhere in your body. And these emotions actually these negative emotions have a very low vibrational frequency. You know that everything has a vibrational frequency. Every color, every sound, every word, every thought that we have has its own frequency. And obviously our more positive thoughts have a higher frequency. Well, our body, every organ, every system, every muscle, tissue, bone, whatever in our body has its own frequency. And they're all quite high frequencies. But what happens is when we have an experience of, we get very angry at somebody, and when we're frustrated with them, and we have that feeling, it could land in our knee, it could land in any one of the organs, anywhere in our body.
Even
it
your
can land.
elbow.
It could land in your elbow or your trunk. Okay? At least she doesn't have a sore trunk. Okay.
We are going to have some fun.
They can land anywhere there, and what it is, it's like somebody, you know, you got your nice cup of hot cocoa in the morning or coffee, whatever that is, and when you're not looking, somebody's dropping ice cubes in it, and you go to take a drink, and it's just lukewarm.
Kind of like sticking ice down your pants?
Yeah.
Or shirt.
Only that really gets your attention. With trapped emotions, you might not even be aware of it because we become so desensitized.
That's true, and we start feeling like we're just sick or have these aches and pains, and we say, oh, we're just getting old, and, you know, it's our diet, and I haven't been eating good, or I haven't been sleeping, and we really discount and don't look at it as trapped emotions.
Yeah, and so, this is what causes many of the ailments and many of the things, problems that we have. It can cause physical ailments as well as emotional and spiritual things. So when you're feeling stuck, if you're having trouble in your relationships, moving forward, whatever that is, or you just have bad attitude towards a person or a thing or an object, it can be trapped emotions. So
like get up on the wrong side of the bed. There's some truth to that, but there's also some truth in what emotions have you got trapped. What do you have down there that you aren't releasing, letting go, and it's affecting your life?
Absolutely. So have you heard people tell you have your own answers? And most of the time, that kind of like, just tell me what the answer is. Don't tell me and look inside. I don't want to see that. Just tell me. But we do have our own emotion. We have our answers inside of you. That was a little intense. Huh?
Yeah.
I haven't felt that, have I?
No,
Probably
not
I
you.
need to do some work on that. Anyway. But it's true. I don't know why. And when I have a client come to me, I tell them, I don't know why you have these symptoms that you have. I don't know what's going on. I don't know it's not really right to say I don't know what's wrong with you, but I don't know why this is out of bounds. I don't know what's wrong with her arm. Okay, she has her answers inside of her.
He doesn't know why I am messed up.
It's generally my fault. Anyway, I'm married. I know what to say. Hey, we need to stay. I don't know what I did to cause her arm to hurt, but we're about to find out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, yes, she has her answers inside her, and the client. We have all our own answers, but I know how, through intuition, to get them out. And I do that with muscle testing. So we're going to quickly show you how to do that. If you want more information on that, we filmed another episode specifically that goes quite into depth about muscle testing. And right up, oh, it's right there. There, I see it right there. Okay.
Good job, Adam.
Somewhere in there, there's a little link you can go to that episode. But I'm just going to quickly show you our body knows truth. It recognizes truth and falsehoods. And your subconscious knows everything that's going on inside of you. It knows all the reasons why. So I'm going to show you what traditional muscle testing looks like. And then I'm going to show you what I do as an intuitive healer to make the session go faster and not get the client's arm tired.
Yeah, not totally destroy my arm.
So this is how I get yes and no answers. And I have the client hold out their arm, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll put my hand here. I'll say, Kris, go ahead and resist me. And I'll push down a little bit. It's not, I don't try to do pull-ups on her arm, okay? It's just a gentle pressure, okay?
That's okay, I don't try to do
and
pull-ups either.
I can feel if she's locked up tight. So now I'll say, okay, go ahead and tell me a truth. What is your name?
My name is Kris.
Okay, now resist me. And then I will slowly put pressure, and she feels nice and strong. Okay.
It's hard to resist you.
Tell me. Tell me again. Tell me your name is Bob.
My name is Bob.
Okay, go ahead and resist. Okay, she just doesn't. Her arm's not locked. Okay, and I didn't put very much pressure there at all. But it just, and it's the same way. And so I'll show you what that looks like, but without having her arm up, and I'll show you how that works, and we'll go through that. So where I get the emotion code chart, right here, okay, there's a list of 60 emotions, 2 columns, 6 rows here, and I don't have this memorized. I don't need to. Her subconscious knows what's, and the client's subconscious knows what's on this chart. And so I would hand this chart to Kris and go through, and I will start asking, and you'll see how this goes. I'll do it in long format first, and then as we go along, in the interest of time, I've been doing this enough that I've been gifted, or been given the gift to get these answers faster, and so I'll just take them as they come. But the first time I want to show you how we typically get the answers using the client's arm only. I'm going to be muscle testing. This is the log drop method. This is a yes, it's nice and strong. This is a no, it fell away. Okay? And it's down here where you can't, well, I'll do it up here, okay? Then you can see that. So, first of all, let me take a moment of silence. And I always take a moment of silence to ask for help from above. Because I believe that's where true healing takes place and comes from. So. Okay, very good. So, Kris, you have a sore elbow.
I do. It's this one.
It's good. I'm glad I wasn't going for emotions in that one. You never know what's going to come up. Okay, so this elbow here. So do you have any trapped emotions causing this pain in your elbow? So before we start doing this, I always like to get a benchmark. You just noticed, actually you had mentioned to me before tonight that you had some soreness in that elbow. When you move that or whatever, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your pain level?
It's about an 8. If I try to use it at all,
so flex it now so you can feel that, because we're going to test afterwards.
Okay.
And you know, hey, if it gets worse, you need to tell people. You know, so
okay.
This is not, you know, this is not rehearsed. This is real. What's going on? Some sessions I can clear one emotion. The other day I was doing a distance healing session with a lady from out of state. And she was getting ready to go to the chiropractor the next day. She says, I've been waiting for some money to come in. I finally got a check. And I'm going to go to the chiropractor. I've been going to him for years, but I've just got this pain that goes all the way down the side of my back. And I tested around and found a muscle there. And I says, you know what? There's a trapped emotion there. We cleared one emotion, and the pain went away. She did not go to the chiropractor. Didn't need to. She's been going for several years. So it can be as simple as that. Other times you can clear several emotions, and maybe the pain will only come down a little bit. Okay?
Right.
You never know what's going to happen. So we'll go from there. So now you have a trapped emotion. Her subconscious has already, it knows what's on this chart here. It's already identified one of those emotions. I just need to play the game of 21 questions, so to speak, to find that emotion. So if you'll just hold that up in the middle so that people can kind of see on the screen. Okay, so this trapped emotion in your elbow that's causing the pain right now, is it in column A or column B? It's in column A. Is it an odd numbered row? It's in an even numbered row. So it's in row 2, 4. It's in row 4, okay? So column A, row 4, okay? And it's emotion number 1, 3. It's the third emotion in column A in row 4. So what is that emotion, Kris?
Guilt.
Guilt, okay.
I have guilt.
Now, I won't tell you how old Kris is. Last I...
You better not.
29 and counting.
and counting and counting
Okay.
and counting.
So, did this guilt happen from age 20? Okay, was it before age 25 or after age 25? No. Before age 25, yes. So before age 20? No. After age 20? So it's between 20 and 25. So it's 21, 22, 23, okay? Actually, I got a little bit flustered because I knew it was 23 as soon as I asked the question that came to me, but I wanted to show you how we go through the process of narrowing that down to an age. So now that you know it was age 23, do you have any idea what you felt guilty for
I think
at
it's
age
the
23?
hysterectomy.
Okay, was it your hysterectomy? Yes, it was. Now, she's done this a lot. We might find out, we might ask questions if she's like, I'm not sure. I might start asking her questions or ask questions from her subconscious. Is this to do with your family? Is it to do with... The first question I always ask her is, did this have anything to do with your husband? Okay? Because that's the shortcut.
At 23 years old, I did have a hysterectomy, and I wanted more children, and that was a very difficult time. I just barely turned 24 when I had the hysterectomy, but I knew with that pregnancy they were doing a hysterectomy with the delivery. So
very good, very good. So anyway, so we know it's an
is...
emotion of guilt at age 23, and apparently something that she felt 6 years ago now, because she's 29, something that she's been feeling for at least 6 years, has now started to cause problem in her elbow. Okay, so am I going to be in trouble?
At least 6 plus a bunch more.
Okay. So what we use to release these emotions, again, these are stuffed emotions. As we talk about them, they pop their head up. They're just kind of like a little squirrel. It's like, oh, somebody's talking about me. And we get a back on top of the head.
No, we're not.
The back, that's okay. No, me, not her. No. Anyway, what we do is these emotions swell up. Then we can go ahead. This is just a simple magnet. You can use one of those little business card refrigerator magnets, anything you want, to release emotion. But it passes an energy. There's one of the 8 extraordinary meridians is called the governor meridian, and these act as reservoirs from excess energy that flow off of the 12 main meridians. But the governing meridian runs down the back of the spine here, and that controls all the other meridians. So this will send energy anywhere in her body that we need to. We know the emotion is trapped here in her shoulder, but now that it's kind of...
Or elbow. Some people call this an elbow.
What's this up here then? Okay. You're killing me. All right. So now I'm going to release this emotion, because this, just imagine if, I took your credit card and wiped this over the back of it, it kind of screws up the information on there. And that's what we do with that encoded information of that emotion, and it's able to go ahead and release it. And we also, with our intention, that we want this emotion of guilt released. So 3 times, top to bottom, on this governing meridian. And now I test, is that emotion released? Yes. So we'll do a couple more, and then we'll just check back in and see where her pain level is. All right. So now, all right, is there another trapped emotion? Yes, there is. It's in column A, row 5, emotion number 4. Is that correct? Yes. What emotion is that?
Horror.
Horror.
Now's that question, does that have anything to do with you?
No, but I have to say an age that doesn't fit the math, because the answer I get is age 38. And if you was to ever live to the age of 38...
Since I've been married to you for 30 years, I was at least 8 when we got married.
Okay. So you're going to fess up to being 38.
I've been fessing up to being old a lot on this channel.
So at age 38, what is... does anything come up to you as horror? And here we might have to think about something. Is it a death? No. And see, here's where it's live. You start to wonder about that, what that could possibly be. Okay, is this something at a work situation? So can you remember what jobs you were working, what was going on? Was it...
at 38?
Horror. Was this, I think this was something to do with the kids or with my accident.
That wasn't your accident, because your accident was earlier than that.
How much earlier? See, it can be off by a year or 2.
It was a few years off from that.
Okay. Wasn't my accident. Okay. Before that, was it with any of your children? With Jesse, Brady, Blake, Chantel. Something to do with Chantel.
At 8 or 9 years old?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. So here I'm going to ask, and a lot of times I'll do this in the client session, I'll say, do we need any more information? A lot of times if we track it down to a time in the life, the subconscious will just say, you know what, go ahead and release it. So do we need more information? Oh, yes, we do. Your subconscious is playing with us. This is live, folks.
Okay.
This is live. Okay, so
11 years ago.
11 years ago.
She would be 10, and it was about Chantel.
Yes. And so I'm thinking of things too that were going on here.
Head surgery was before that.
Okay, it's not head surgery. It's Chantel.
Sorry, I don't know.
Okay. Do you need more information about that? So we do need more information. Okay. So when I get in the middle of a session like that, a lot of times I will stop and make a silent request for assistance there. Did it have to do with her at school? She had some issues with friends.
She had a lot
around
of
that
issues with
time.
friends at that age.
Okay. That's as I'm testing now. I think it was about, she had some times where she really got dumped on really by some friends.
Yeah, she had some really big friend issues at that age.
Okay. Does that feel right to you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what I'm testing. And so
Okay.
we'll go ahead and release it, and we'll see where we go from there, okay? So, some of these come up very, very fast, and some of them are tougher. So, hey, this is what you get on live TV. Okay. So, did we release that emotion? Yes, we did. All right. Let's hope the next ones, your subconscious doesn't want to
I can figure it out.
make it any harder for us than we need. Okay, so do we have any more trapped emotions? It feels like this is the last one, and sometimes I get a sense, that I'll get maybe one or two more. We'll see where we go from
Well, my
here.
elbow's feeling better.
Is it? Don't spoil the surprise.
Oh.
Just, my head will get big. Okay, so do we have any more trapped emotions? Column B, row 3, emotion number 2. B3 and 2. Which one is that?
Defensiveness.
Defensiveness, and so
That's not ever me.
that's not ever you. That's when you feel like you're kind of under attack and you really need to defend yourself. And was this that church situation? Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where you really got maligned? Or you kind of got threw under the bus for something that you didn't do?
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, you know what? We're not going to divulge anything because somebody might be listening.
There were some things that happened where I got thrown under a bus. Yeah, pretty much.
So, and that was very hurtful for you
So,
at the time, wasn't it? I
defensiveness,
remember
yes.
you being very, very hurt.
Yes.
So, would you like to hang on to that one?
No, I want that one to be gone.
Okay, very good. So, 1, 2, 3. Now, obviously, I know a lot of her past history, but with the client, I would take that back to an age, and that would come up if it needed to. So, did we release that emotions release? Yes. Do I have any more trapped emotions in that elbow? No, I don't. You don't. I can't find any more. Okay. So now go
Or I'm
ahead.
not willing to get them up.
Tell me now, obviously I'm not afraid to look silly here, so...
No, my elbow's probably down to a 3 or a 4.
And we started at a number
8.
so you're down to a 3 or 4.
That feels a lot better.
And over time, it'll go ahead. There's probably something, not just an emotional pain or a brain trick or something. There's probably actually some inflammation and things that are out of balance in that elbow, because our body's intended to be a self-healing machine. And when something's out of balance like that, it starts to break down. And you go to the doctor, you take pills, whatever it is. It literally does break down. But once we can remove the junk here and the trapped emotions in the body, then the body can begin to heal. So immediately it feels better, and over the next few days or however long it takes, her body will heal. And if this was a much more serious thing, it may take weeks or a couple of months to go ahead and heal from that. But it will. Now the body can heal instead of continue on this downward slope, or it can start to come up now, because it does what the body's intended to do, and that's to be a self-healing machine. Turnabout's fair play. So I come home from today from doing some things, and I've got some pains in my mid back here. Just right down around my 11th, 12th thoracic vertebrae. So I'm going to ask, and I'll just have Kris hold the card and tell me what emotions I come up with. I'm going to ask, do I have any trapped emotions causing this pain in my back right about this level right here? Only it's around back. And yes, I do. It's column B, row 5, emotion number 6. Now there's a tricky one. I'm glad that came up. As you can see, you used to could. Now you can. Okay. There's 5 emotions per row. Okay.
4 minutes till it clicks off.
And it's an inherited emotion. Okay. This tells me it's an inherited emotion. So now I know that at the moment that I was conceived, I inherited this from one of my parents. So that would be, let's go ahead, and now I know it's that. We was in row 5 in column B. So is it emotion? Is it one, two? It's the second one. What's the second one?
Creative insecurity.
Creative insecurity. Okay, that's a...
And it's interesting that row 5 is kidneys and bladder.
Yeah. And creative insecurity is a huge abundance blocker, huge money blocker. When you have that emotion trapped, when I do abundance sessions with clients, that's the first thing I do is I go in and I look for every instance of creative insecurity that I can find. So, creative insecurity, did this come from my mother? Was it her own emotion? No. Did it come from her father? Yes, it did. Did it come from his mother? Did it come from his father? So, my mother's father's father, so I'm back to great-grandpa Jensen. Hi. Okay. So, and did he get it from his father? Does this stay in the line of fathers? Yes, it does. How many generations back does it go? 9 generations, okay? So that goes back a long time. This has been a very strong emotion, 9 generations back, and it's still causing me to have back pain right now. So with an inherited emotion, instead of 3 times at the magnet, we do it 10. And instead of having, when one's doing work on their self, you can just go from the eyebrows over to the back of the neck, and I'll go ahead and just do that 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what's cool about it is that releases from every person all the way back up those 9 generations, and then everyone from 9th great grandfather down who inherited that. We found that it releases all at the same time. So lots of people now feel better and more creative and more secure. So that's emotion code. A quick trip down emotion code lane. Okay?
It's amazing. We've been able to do so much work with our family, with a ton of clients. Hundreds of people have been blessed by this. And I encourage you to take the time to get a session with Bill. We offer strategy sessions where you could actually talk to him and have him evaluate for you and do a little 20-minute evaluation. So if you'd like to get that free strategy session with Bill, you need to go to the website at www.allthingspossible.biz, and on the comments in the contact us, go in the comments and just tell us strategy session. We would love to be able to help you and let you experience some emotion code. Whether you're near or far, we do a lot of Skype appointments, and people have great, phenomenal success, as well as appointments here in our office.
So great. And I even have people call, and I work on their very young children, do proxy sessions, and it's very successful. So thank you.
Yep. Thanks for joining us today. We're thrilled to have you with us in the All Things Possible community. Make sure and go to our website and get the 7 traits if you haven't gotten those already at www.allthingspossible.biz. We love having you with us. Have a great time, and we'll see you next time here on All Things Possible TV. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you.